You guys know what it is. It's chocolate time. Drink the milk with Daddy Cornstar. I want to thank everybody too. I was reading through the comments, and I've been reading all the comments. Wow. That's all I can say. This is going to be fun. We're just going to have a fun time on it. Like people said, there's so much going on in the world that sometimes it's just nice to sit down and have some laughter. And I thought today, to be fair, not just chocolate milk. I had people tell me they like white milk, so we can do the double. I can drink white, I can drink chocolate. Somebody asked, Daddy Cornstar, did you get in much trouble when you were younger? Now, come on, really? Do I look like I would be in any trouble any time of my life? I was kind of shocked on that question when I read that. I'm like, but maybe I look different on your side of the screen than on my side. But yeah, I did get in trouble a little bit when I was younger, so I won't lie. I took the question as when I was probably in driving age. But I'll tell you a funny story one time. When I was 16 years old, I was driving around one of our local towns. It was middle of summer. It was probably 90 degrees one night. It was hot. And at some of the corners when I'd stop at, there must have been leftover ice yet on the road from the winter. So when I would take off, my tires would spin. Well, with the ice and stuff on the 90-degree pavement, I'd probably squealed my tires for half a block or so. After probably 10, 12, 14, 16 times of doing that, I seen some red lights coming up behind me. Pulled over. Officer came up. My eyes were big. Heart was beating 250 miles per hour. He says, son, what were you doing? Driving around. Were you squealing your tires? Before you say anything, don't lie to me. Yeah, I was squealing my tires. What do you think your dad would say? He wouldn't be very happy. So anyhow, the officer puts me in a squad car with him. Super nice guy. He really was. I got to sit in the front seat with him. We made the journey out to my place, my dad's place. And we go up the driveway and all the lights are on in the house. And he pulls up there and he goes, I want you to go in and tell your dad what you did and be honest to him and everything. So I go in the house, and I was in there for about 15 minutes and come back out and get in the cop car, and the officer's got this smirk on his face, and he says, how bad was it? I said, my dad chewed my butt out and he wasn't very happy and I should have been using my noggin. And anyhow, he said I should get back in town and get my vehicle and come straight home and park it and come in the house and think what I did. And the officer said, I think that's a really good thing to do. So he brought me back in there and kind of had a good talk with me, and I respected him and everything. And then I got in my vehicle and started down the road. And I was just so glad my dad wasn't home when I got home that night. Meaning, when the police officer brought me out to the house, my dad actually wasn't home. So I was sitting there looking out the kitchen window to see if the officer was still there. I was so thankful the officer didn't come up to the house with me. But so anyhow, I drove on down the road and I went to the next town and spent time driving around there. And then I went home, and my dad never knew about the story. But yeah, I was a pretty good kid and everything, but I'm going to be honest, I was probably as normal as any other kid. That's how we grow up. We do crazy things, and then over time, you get to that stop sign, you think about it, you think, hey, if I squeal my tires, if I get pulled over, I'm going to get a ticket and, probably get yelled at. You think about it for a second, you take off, and then you get a little bit older and you sit there and think about it. It's like, I'm going to have to pay for them tires. It's going to cost me money. And then you just drive on normal. So over time, we all change, but part of growing up. I'm trying to think. Somebody asked, how big's the shop here? It is 50 foot wide by 100 foot long. And they asked, is there anything you would do to change it? Yeah, make it a lot bigger. But money-wise, this is all the bigger we can make it. In the videos, it probably looks big, but in real life, the farmers that's got the bigger shops and stuff, this ain't a very big shop, actually, once you get projects in it. But it works. We make it work, and we love this shop. So I'm so proud to be able to come down here and sit here in the warmth. Daddy Cornstar, what would you be doing if you couldn't be a farmer? You picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel, for lonely lug nuts. I'd probably be a singer. Probably won't go over very good though, so that'd be a very short career. Probably the first day out, gone. That was a good question. I thought about it, and I honestly don't know, because this is something I always grew up with from when I was born. And there is so many jobs out there, so many jobs out there. But I guess for me, the biggest part is just you kind of get to be your own boss in a way. I mean, yes, you got to get things done. You got to do it on timely matters. Sometimes our timely matters doesn't become that timely matter because it sometimes took longer than it should and whatever. But I don't know, something I've always loved. And oh yeah, there's times like any job, there's times there's things like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's frustrating. But you just got to get it done. And that's what really helps with me, with the family being here and stuff. And oh, people have been asking, Sable, how'd Sable get in the picture? Sable was one of our waitresses at our local town. She took care of us when we came in 8. And one day, I guess she just kind of asked if there was any jobs we could do that she could do. And actually the guy that helps us in the fall time, Chuck, that he went off to do another job that night when I got home. He actually called and said he was going to go do something else. So we called up Sable and we interviewed her, and Cole asked her a question. Have you ever been in an accident? And she said no. And we asked her if she's ever drove a tractor, and she said no. And we said, you are hired. So Sable has fit right into our picture. So she is actually our hired gal or whatever you call her, but I don't really like to call her our hired help, because to me, she is part of our family, our group, our whatever you want to call it here together. So she's one of us. She's one of us. And we're proud to have her here as our family and farm and everything. That is one thing we sometimes forget to do, is our people we work around. I can be our kids, whoever's helping us out here and stuff. But sometimes when they leave us, give them that big thank you. And even if they messed up, say, hey, thank you, everything went great today. It makes them feel good. I know what it does me when people say, hey, thank you, you did a great job and stuff. Had some comments, people asked, could we open up some of the gifts and stuff? And, I'm going to do that, because I think it's neat when, and please don't feel you ever have to send anything, because that is not what it's about. But we can throw the first name out and stuff. Hate to throw the last name out in case there are fugitives and the law's looking for them. I hate to kind of throw that out, that we now have a stolen object. But we can throw the first name out. You know, that's one thing about chocolate and white milk. You can blend it together and you still got chocolate milk. One of the questions was, how did we get into grave digging business? My uncle has done it for 44 years. And then I think it was 22 years ago or so, he retired from it, and we kind of helped him off and on if he needed help through his career doing it. Actually, my dad, and then when I got a little older, sometimes go out and tag around with my uncle. And it was always a fun thing, just being there with my uncle. He was always so good to us. When he was kind of retiring and stuff, he offered it to me and my dad, so we took it over there. He had it all built up nice, and quite a few cemeteries and stuff. We took over from there, and we've been just trying to put as much pride in it as he did. And actually, I still talk to that uncle that gave us the privilege to do this probably once or twice a week. So that's my dad's older brother, and it's really nice. He keeps a good eye on us out here also. Somebody asked me, do you ever have troubles with your kids doing homework and stuff during farming time when they were in school? No, Mama Cornstar and me, we never did. We were the perfect parents. We just told them, hey, when you get home, you gotta do your homework. Who am I fooling? We fought the kids all the time to do homework because I would be out in the field or something, and it was like I wanted the kids to come home, come right out, take over driving the combine or one of the grain carts or something. So yeah, we had to struggle with it a little bit. We finally, and it was Mama Cornstar. She was like, Daddy Cornstar, we really need to make sure the kids get their homework done because once they get out in the field, it gets late. They want to come home, eat supper, and go to bed. So there for a while, we had to kind of, and it was hard, I'll be honest, but kids, you got to do your homework before you come out to the field. And sometimes we had to shut down for a little bit and make sure they got it done and stuff. But kids are kids. It's tough. And Cole was more the, I want to get my homework done. He was really dedicated to his homework and stuff. Cooper, he's good and everything. He's a smart kid, but he's more like me. He wants to be out on the farm doing things more than worrying about doing that kind of stuff. So he was just like me in school, had to be kind of pushed to do it a little bit, wait till the last minute. Yeah, we were far from perfect, but that's the neat thing here. You get to learn from me. I'm no different than you guys. Feel sorry for you guys. Hey, let's finish our milk, guys. Let's call it a day here. I was just kind of throwing a few things out here tonight, and we're going to get reading more of these comments. I need to start writing down some chicken notes, and you kind of see it here in the shop. Cole hates it. I got paper all over. I'm writing little chicken notes all over the inside of my wallet. You ought to see it. Well, I'm not going to open it up and show you, but the little booger is actually so thick there might be $2 or $3 in there. Most of it's chicken notes. I did go through it here a while ago, and I bet I threw 5 pounds worth of notes out of my wallet, but I'm one that leaves chicken notes all over, so I need to write some chicken notes down so I can answer your guys' questions and kind of go from there. But let's call her, I don't know what you call it, a night or what, because some people are probably waking up, some people are probably going to bed, some people probably haven't gone to bed for weeks, so we'll be talking to you real soon. I got to get back on Cole's videos, and we got some work I want to do on the combine yet today, so you keep watching me over there. You get to see kind of a flip side, but I know different people said, just be you, Daddy Cornstar, and I was trying to think who I would be if it wasn't me. And actually, honestly, you guys are seeing the real me. I'm probably I'm goofy, and Mama Cornstar, when she gets on here, she'll be telling you stories about me and stuff, and I know there's a lot of times I see Mama Cornstar roll her eyes like, what in the world did I get my life into? But we'll fill you in more on that. I want to wait till Mama Cornstar is here to answer Mama Cornstar stuff, but she's coming real soon. We'll be getting in her some videos, and we'll announce that pretty soon. And I'm really proud to be able to sit and have Mama Cornstar beside me, because like I said, I want this to be our channel, something special to do with her. And sometimes on the farm, you know, she's got her job, and we got the jobs out here, and I spend a lot of time with the kids, a lot of time. And, you know, she comes home at night, she's tired, she's worked all day, she does a lot. So I'd just be so proud to have Mama Cornstar here with me and let everybody see how much I love her and how much she means to us and our family. And I think you guys are really, really going to like her. She's a really, really sweet gal when she's sleeping, so it will all go great. Oh,